Welcome to the Wasteland Podcast. I'm your host, Lee Syatt, and thank you so much for joining me. We're on week 6 of this journey. That's amazing, isn't it? Week 6. It shows you how quickly time flies. I couldn't be having more fun, which is something I've never, ever said when I'm losing weight. But it's true. I'm really enjoying the process with you, talking to my amazing guests, with working out with the people on my Patreon, checking in every week. It's been a blast, and I honestly, I look forward to it. So, and I hope you do too. So I will give you a quick update on myself and where I am in my weight loss in a second. I just want to give you a quick teaser that this is our first listener call-in episode this week. And if you would like to be a listener call-in, email me, wastelinepodcast@gmail.com, and I'll have you on. How amazing is that? Just we'll Zoom, we'll chat. Normally, I'll probably do it for 20 to 30 minutes, and we'll do 2 an episode. But this week, for the first one ever, I wanted to put Ruby up because she inspires me. We went for about 50 minutes. It was an amazing talk. So we're going to get to her in a second. I just want to very quickly about me because I am a narcissist and it's all about me. No, but kind of. Can you be an introverted narcissist? Probably. I shouldn't look deep into that. I should go to therapy. I am down. I do have 2 podcasts, so maybe I did answer my own question. I'll tell you exactly how much I'm down. I am down, as of last week, 66.8 pounds. Woo, I'm back in the 260s, baby. Yes. And I'm back in the 260s, which for a lot of people would probably be there. If someone else saw 260, they'd be like, wow, I really let myself go. To me, it's almost 70 pounds. When I weigh in today, when this comes out, I probably won't hit 70 pounds down. It's possible. I would love to, but if I'm being realistic, it will probably come next week. And that will be, funnily enough, my 5-month diet-versary, my health-aversary. It'll be 5 months, not today, but a week from today. Tuesday, it doesn't matter. Tuesday the 27th. And I'm really enjoying it. The fact that I'm down almost 70 pounds, that I'm on track to hopefully lose the 100 by my birthday in July, which if I hit 70 pounds, let's just say I don't hit it tomorrow or today, which I don't think I will. I will have exactly 3 months from the day that this comes out till my birthday. And like I said, my goal is to hit 100 pounds down. So even if I have to lose 32, 33, 31, somewhere in there pounds, I think it's still doable. It's going to be hard, and I'll have to make sure I stick to my diet. But I could always be more strict and work out more. So it's really my goal to hit 100 pounds in, I guess it'll be 8 months. By the time I get there. Wow, 8 months. That is really the lesson or what I've learned through this process is the time is going to happen anyways. So even if you only don't gain, that's better than gaining, right? It's like pushing at blackjack. Yeah, I didn't lose weight, but I didn't gain weight either. So give yourself a pat on the back. Be proud of yourself. If you're on your own weight loss journey, congratulations. It's hard. It's very isolating at times. And that's why I'm doing this podcast, to make it seem more doable. So, I mean, I'm almost halfway there, I guess. Probably about 10 to 12 pounds from halfway there, which is wild. But Ruby, really, she inspires me. She's lost over 100 pounds, and she's on her way to more. She started this. I wouldn't recognize her. If you had seen her, you wouldn't recognize her. I'll have to message her and see if I can use a picture of her previously in this podcast. And she looks great. She's always been very nice. and we had an amazing talk. Just very quickly, I do want to let you know that this podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. So go to manscaped.com and use code SYATT, SYATT, at checkout, and you're going to get 20% off and free shipping off of their products. I recommend the Crop Reviver. It's a little bit of it's a toner for your, I'll just say it, your balls. It's a toner for your balls, and if you don't have balls, buy it for someone who does. Everyone likes to know that you're thinking about their balls. That's gross. But accurate. I also have the Crop Preserver. It's a ball deodorant with active pH control, and it's anti-chafing. Us bigger gentlemen know chafing is the devil, so stop it with a Crop Preserver. Go to manscaped.com and use code SYATT, SYATT, to get 20% off and free shipping. So without further ado, please welcome my guest, Ruby Bachmeier. You can find her on Instagram like everybody else, but she has a page, and it's Bockit to Me, like socket to me, but BOCKIT, the number 2, almost a letter, the number 2, and the word me, and Bockit to Me, and you can find her there in the LA area. You can go watch her do comedy all around the city. So give her a follow, and please welcome my wonderful friend, Ruby Bachmeier. Holy moly!
Hi.
Okay, normally I don't press record until I make sure you're okay being recorded, but I wanted to get like an honest reaction. You look like, I hope this doesn't get me canceled. You look amazing.
Really? Thanks. I
Can
didn't sometimes you don't know if it's noticeable, you know?
Oh my God, you look like a different person.
Thanks. Yeah, I feel great, so that's good.
That is awesome. And then I know, okay, so I knew you as Caitlin. You're
Yeah.
you're going by Ruby now, but it does say, and I do like it, Caitlin Coronavirus Bachmeier. So
That's so funny because my work, I work and we do Zoom meetings. And so at the
okay.
beginning of the pandemic, I changed it to that. And then I felt like I was going to get in trouble. So then I tried to get it off, but now it's still on there.
No, it's just meant to be. But you prefer Ruby now, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, new look, new name. I like it.
Yeah, it's the name that my family calls me and my friends. So I'm just like, I think it's a better stage name. So I'm just gonna go with it.
You know what? The way you look now, you could call yourself Jim, and it'd be
Yeah.
great. That you look. That's I'm blown away, dude. Like I haven't seen you obviously because of the stupid coronavirus. It's been, God, probably over a year,
Yeah.
and it's, I'm just so happy for you. This is awesome. So you feel better?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel 100% better. I mean, I still have a lot more weight I want to lose, but yeah, I don't know. I just think it took a pandemic to start losing weight. And I feel like that's the same I feel like either everybody is gaining weight or losing weight and there's no in between. It's so
Right.
weird.
I did both. When I first started, I had already been on the up. I broke right when I started comedy, because I had just started my third year when the pandemic started, and I've done 4 minutes in 13 months, so that last year was done. Um,
Yeah.
but I literally, like almost immediately within a month or two of starting, broke up with a girl who I'd been with for 4.5 years, and like I've always struggled some bit mentally, and food was my thing. So like I just threw myself into comedy, and kept getting bigger and bigger. But then when the pandemic hit, I I don't know if you heard this, but I kept hearing rumors that like we were not gonna be allowed out of the house,
Yeah.
and so I found um a Walmart about 30 miles west of, I lived in Valley Village, like by Studio City, and it was like deep in the valley towards Calabasas, and because everything else had lines, and I found a
Mhm.
Walmart that didn't have a, like, that I could just go in, and I remember I got a box of 40 Rice Krispie treats. I was just getting everything, and that box lasted maybe about 8 days. Like it was just I was
Yeah.
just going through it. So I went up, and now I'm down 65, but I still have a lot more to go. But
That's awesome.
well,
Did you
thank you.
feel like getting to the first 50 was just like felt like I feel like the first 50 is a huge moment in like a weight loss journey.
Yeah, I posted a picture, and I don't know about you, and this is about you, but I've lost it a bunch of times. So like the first 50, but the first 50 is definitely a big moment. But I didn't I ended up being lucky, and I had a video of myself. No, I didn't take pre pictures, and I kind of wish I had, but I had a video, so I was able to go through the video and like take stills.
Mm.
But did you um did you do any of like the pre pictures, or were you like me and like you're like I don't want to picture me at all? So
Yeah, I do have the pre pictures, but I only did it because I live with my best friend that I grew up with, and
okay.
he was like, "You have to take photos," and I was like, "I'm not taking a photo," and she's like, "No, you have to do it. Just do it for you. Just do it for you." And I was like, "Fine." So I took photos like of the beginning, and I've been taking like photos to track myself like every 20 or 30 pounds. It just depends how I feel, but I'm glad I have them because there's times when I feel like I'm not noticing a difference, and then you go back and you compare, and you're like, okay, like that's motivating. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's amazing. So how much are you down officially right now?
like 106.
That's so amazing. So what? Because I've never hit. I've always stopped before I hit 100. What did 100 feel like?
It's so funny. I just feel, how everybody says weight loss is like it's a mental game or something.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they like mentally challenging. And I always heard that and I was like, that is bullshit. I was like, what are they talking about? Like, how is it mental? But I just feel like every day you're just battling like, I want to eat this, but I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it. Like, I'm going to go for a walk. I got to get up. You're just battling with yourself. And so to get to 100 pounds, I felt like it was like when I was at 98 pounds, I was pissed because I was supposed to hit 100 pounds, but it
Oh
just was
yeah.
like not coming. And at 98 pounds, I'm like, well, whatever. Like, I'm not even gonna get to 100 pounds. Like, it's not gonna happen. And my friends are like, dude, like you're 2 pounds away. It's fine. And so then I'm like, yeah, it's whatever. And then when I got to 100 pounds, it's like, oh my god, I did it.
Yeah, but then were you ever like, oh god, now I gotta lose a couple more pounds pretty quick so I don't go back under the 100 pounds.
Yeah, because you definitely don't want to see it go back up, once you hit the 100. And I
Right.
just feel like once you hit 100, because I feel like for me, I was 366 pounds when I started. So it's just weird because like everybody tries to lose weight, but not everybody has had to lose, like, not everybody's goal weight is to lose 180 something pounds,
I know.
That's kind of,
I was 336, and my goal, I'm at 270 right now. My goal is to my first goal is I want to see what the ones look like before the number.
yeah.
That's a big one. Um, and then I'm short. Like I'm 5'4". I should be like 140. I don't know if I'll ever get to 140, but if I could get to 150 and then like get around there, that would be great. But yeah, that's almost 200 pounds. What is that? 184 or something? Like
Yeah.
I'm losing more than I should weigh, which is
Yeah.
wild.
Well, and it's that's why it's so hard to start once you're in the 300s because it's like, like you have to lose so much weight that it's so abnormal. Like when I look at other people's like 60-pound weight losses, I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I'm like, I have so much to lose. Like, what the fuck? But
I know. It's tough. Like
I,
I was just talking about this with somebody today that because I think he said he lost like 70 pounds and he looks great to me. And I would look at people like that and I just imagine that their lives were perfect.
mm-hmm.
And he was dealing with a lot of the same mental stuff that I dealt with. And it is, but it is funny what when you're big, A, what you put on skinnier people, and then B, I would also look at like people who were bigger than me and be like, well, at least I'm not that fat.
Yeah.
It's so weird what the mind does to you. So, um, what are you? So I have two questions. I know it was partly the pandemic, but like, was there a day or a moment when you're like, okay, I want to actually start losing the weight?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always wanted to lose weight my whole life, and I've always kind of tried and then stopped and then felt like I'm too good for like whatever about it. But when really
Right.
that's all you think about is how big you are.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Of course.
that's all you think about. But so I just think so in March at the beginning of the pandemic, like I was baking, I don't even bake, but I was like making all this stuff and I
Right.
was eating and just doing whatever I wanted. And then come like mid-April, I just felt so full, like sedentary. I just like didn't move or anything. And my best friend who I live with was like, you know what? Like, let's try to just eat better. And she's like, she's like really good at cooking. So she's like, I'll make us food and we'll just eat. We'll do a calorie count. And I didn't even know what calories were. Like, I had no idea, like calorie deficit. I don't know what the fuck that is. And so she would just make us three, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we wouldn't even exercise. And then that happened for like 4 weeks. And then she was like, you know what? Let's go walk. Let's go walk up the hill by our house. And I was like, I'm not walking up that hill. She's like, no, you're going to walk it. And I was like, I'm not walking. And then I walked up the hill, but of course I wore like a coat. It's like so hot. I wear a coat, I wear Vans, jeans. She's like, why are you walking in that? I'm like, cause I don't need to walk. I don't want to walk, just being an idiot.
Oh yeah.
And,
yep.
Yeah. And so that's kind of where it began. So I look back on that. I'm like, wow, now I love walking and I walk all the time and I'm not embarrassed to like walk. Cause I was super embarrassed to walk, when you're like so big, it's like, you think everyone's looking at you, but
yeah, you feel like everyone's looking at you. And then it's also, I was lucky. I was like sort of in the middle. I didn't have like pain, but it wasn't like I could walk, but it was also not comfortable to walk. And it's also, I was short, or I still am short, but my two buddies at the beginning of the pandemic were nice, and then we would walk a lot, but they're so much bigger. I felt like I was jogging to keep up to them. And then also I'm 150 whatever pounds overweight. So like I hate it. Like I have a friend who said he saw us on a walk, and it looked like I had like one of those old timey like ball like and chain things that they put prisoners in. I was just like I just hated every minute of it. And then I would go. I another friend who like, and it's tough. Like it's good that your roommate was so positive and nice about it. And I had friends. It's nice that they care about you, but guys do it in a different way. Like I had a friend tell me like, maybe you should just go up to get like, you have some Instagram followers. Maybe if you get up to like 500-600, maybe that doctor in Houston will like let you on a show. And I was like, you sound like, I don't. What are you talking about? Like I don't want like, but it's. And it's also, I'm ashamed of it, but when people would tell me that, I would get negative in my head and be like, well, I'm going to eat what I want now because, I'm an adult. I can eat what I want. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I know you drink all the time, so why are you telling me to lose weight? Screw you. I'm going to go to McDonald's now just to spite you and the only person I'm hurting is myself, but I would get in my own way so much.
yeah.
It's really how were you big your whole life?
Yeah, I was. I've been big. Yeah. Yeah, my whole life. Like I even remember trying to like lose weight when I was like in middle school. So I've always been big.
Yeah.
But the thing is I'm tall, so that's kind of helped me carry my weight, I guess. But I was still so big. But yeah,
so you're in the 250s right now?
Yeah, I am in the 250s.
So when was the last time you were in that weight, do you think?
High school.
That's amazing.
I know.
And how old are you right now? Do you mind me asking?
I'm 27.
Okay, I know I'm not supposed to ask girls about weight or age, and I'm doing both of them, so I apologize.
We're breaking barriers here.
Yeah, we're breaking barriers. And it's even more exciting because I know you from stand-up, and I know being on stage. When people would take pictures, I would hate them. I would hate that. And then B, not that I didn't have anybody like scream out at me, like heckle me about being fat, but it's just when you're up in front of that many people, it's hard not to be a little bit self-conscious about it. Mm-hmm. So how has your stand-up changed? Are you feeling more confident on stage, or like what's that like for you?
Well, I do feel like I was always scared when I was bigger that somebody might call me out for being bigger. But even though it's like, I have to address it because I am big. So I feel like it's weird to go back to comedy because I am still like a bigger person, but I'm not as big. So I feel like I can't get away with certain things I could talk about, or I don't know. So, and I just got back into stand-up in like March. So my first bit I wrote was about losing 100 pounds. And that was super like, a little vulnerable to talk about because it's just awkward and then you're still losing weight. But I feel like more confident on stage for sure. I don't feel as intimidated to, I don't know. I do feel better. I feel like I can move. I don't feel like someone's just thinking how big I am, you know?
Right.
But it is weird to transition from being a ginormous girl and stand up to turning into like a normal looking person. Like, cause I still think in my head, I'm like this big person, but I'm not. So I feel like some jokes I do don't hit the same way they used to.
Right. Yeah, I had some stuff about my size. I tried not to do a lot of it, but it's rough in stand up because sometimes people be like, "Oh, you're just a fat comic talking about being fat." But it's also I've been that way my whole life. I have a lot of stuff that I've been through and think about because of it. So I didn't look at it as hacky if I was doing my own thing about it because it is like if people are going out getting laid all the time, they talk about that, and it's just I didn't have those experiences to talk about. So it's like I don't remember you having too many like too much stuff about your weight back then. Did you or I don't think so.
I did try to avoid like talking about it because I just felt like also if you're a girl and you say that you're fat, it kind of doesn't go well. They think they feel bad for you. So
Right,
I
right,
would just
right.
I would just more try to talk about like my perspective of like, I don't know, my perspective, like, um, being like, I had a joke about how I was a guy's girl because like I'm not a threat to other chicks. So like I can like grab a guy's ass and like the girlfriend would high five me or something because I'm like not a threat.
Right.
And
But
so I would
now you're a threat.
now I'm
Now.
a, now I'm a threat. I'm
Oh
coming
yeah.
for him.
That's
Um,
how is dating? I mean, I know it's the pandemic. Have you been able to go out on any dates, or
no,
are you seeing any more like uh I don't know what the word is, interest from guys than you did before?
I don't think it's every time I go to a grocery store, I'm like, this is when someone's gonna hit on me, but it hasn't happened. But
Really?
I think it will. Like I never used to go out to like bars or anything because I was just I just acted like I didn't want to go, but I was obviously self-conscious to go to a bar, at my size.
Right.
But now I feel like I'm excited to go and just see what happens, but I don't know. We'll
Oh,
just see.
do you think any of it could be that you just aren't aware that people are hitting on you because you're like and I like I said I hope this doesn't me too or can't I don't hope I'm not making you uncomfortable but you're very pretty like you're like you look great so do you think like guys are just maybe hitting on you and you're like oh hey dude like you don't even realize it's happening.
I don't know. I just feel like I haven't been in those situations. I do kind of dress a little androgynous, so I'm like maybe they think I'm gay, but like I don't know. I also had a joke. The best thing I ever wrote in quarantine was like, I lost 100 pounds. And then I say, yeah, I was so fat I thought I was gay. So,
That
but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens out there.
are you where are you I have two more questions. One, you said you're dressing androgynous. Is it like you just have like you're in between wardrobe sizes, or is that just how you like to dress?
Well, because when so like when you're big, you can't fit into anything like
Right,
ever. So I always had to wear guy clothes because that's the only thing that would fit me. And so now I'm in weird, sizes, and I don't want to buy clothes because I'm gonna have to like buy new clothes. So my friends are helping me shop with like some items that I could use, like
right.
further down. But I do feel like more girly, which is nice. Like I feel like more of a woman, you might say. So
Right.
that's exciting. That's a change you don't really think about.
It is. It's all good. I'm just blown away. I was trying. I had a question about. Oh, you mentioned that like you're feeling. I have a plan. I don't know. Do you know who Troy Conrad is? He took a bunch of the pictures at the store.
No, I
Um,
don't know him.
if you go back to the store, it's all the black and white pictures are his. And
Okay.
I went to him for my headshots when I thought I was gonna be a commercial actor. And I have a plan when I get down to where I want to get to. I'm gonna fly out to either LA or wherever he is and do like a speedo like body issue style photo shoot just because I've always hated pictures. But I wanna,
Yeah.
I wanna, I really want to do like. Do you have any plans for like either whether maybe it's a dress you want or like a photo shoot? Like, is there something you want to do when you get to where you want to be?
Um, I don't know. I just I just want to feel like a normal sized person. And I feel like that's gonna come like in 40 pounds from now. And so who knows what's gonna happen, Lee? I don't even know. Maybe I'll get an OnlyFans. You don't even know. I
You
don't
should.
know.
I'll be in the less weird way possible. I don't even have an account, but I'll make an account for you.
Yeah, come
Just
support me.
just to support. Yeah, it's support. That's right. It's support only. How do you feel mentally? Are you feeling? Because you were always a very upbeat, high energy person. That's how I
Mhm,
remember you, at least.
mhm.
Um, are you feeling positive? Are you working through mental health issues, or like how is that going?
Well, I do feel like I've always like, especially like in comedy, I've like upbeat and fun and stuff. But I do think like my inner circle of friends, like recently, like the other day, just told me like you're so much happier now, and you're like just definitely like a new version of you. And they're like almost crying, telling me like, oh my god, like I'm so proud to do all this stuff. And I was like, wait, was I like upsetting to be around or something? Like, what do you mean? And I just do think that I was depressed, like I didn't like around all my girlfriends that are like going out and like dating and all this stuff and like looking good and shopping. Like, yeah, I was probably like not feeling like happy around those situations. But
Right.
now I just feel so I just feel, yeah, I feel lighter. I feel better. I feel like a human. I almost feel like a new human being because I could walk around no problem, and I go to the gym in the morning and I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like a almost like a superhero in a way, kind of.
Yeah, super Ruby.
Yeah.
Um, so you mentioned, and I kind of just skipped past it. You mentioned that your roommate was cooking for you. What are you doing now? Is it the same? Is she still cooking for both of you guys every day, or are you following a certain meal plan, or how is that working?
So she stopped cooking for me because we went on different diet plans where like she was eating like I try to do low carb. So and she's like small, so she can eat like chicken and rice and all that stuff like normal and oatmeal. But so I just try to do like a low carb situation. So and I just calorie count. But you know what's crazy is I feel like nobody says this, but I constantly am changing how many calories I'm eating and what I'm incorporating in my diet, just depending on, if I'm getting bored or if I want to like tweak my results. So through the pandemic, I started at like a higher calorie count, and now I'm like, and then I tweaked it down lower, and then I was like up, and now I'm like at a low point. So I just feel like it's constantly changing. But one thing I do believe in is I think the low carbs really have helped me lose weight the fastest.
Right.
And people always talk shit about like carbs aren't the enemy. I'm like, well, it is if you're a ginormous. Like, what are you talking about? It is.
Right. Okay, so you started in April of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been a full year, or are you about to hit the full year, or do you remember the day?
Yeah, no, it was like April 20 something, April 23rd. But I'm going for my year anniversary. I'm going to go down to Austin and do a half marathon with my dad.
You're gonna wow,
I'm
you're gonna
walking. I'm walking. I'm walking.
that's still awesome though. Okay, because I have a plan. When I get down, I've never run ever in my life, um,
Mm,
ever. But I don't think I would enjoy it. I don't. I still don't think it's gonna
yeah.
be something I do for my life. But when I lose the next 35 and I get down to 236, 100 pounds lost, I'm gonna start training, and I just want to run one 5K in my life. Like it's like 3.5 miles. It's not too
Yeah.
much, but I want to do that. I feel like that would be 12. God, what is it? What is a half marathon?
It's
13
like
point.
13.5 or something.
That is a
But it's
lot
just
of
walking.
miles. That's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
That's like a week's worth of walking for me, or more, maybe 2 weeks. Um, but that yeah, that's definitely gonna be something I do. Um, so do you mind saying roughly how many calories you try to have right now?
Yeah. I would say right now I do 1500, but I actually have been doing 1400 to do really low. And right now I'm kind of like I'm trying to do 1200, but it's probably not good to do that. But I'm doing
Every
12
day you're doing 1200.
just these past couple days because I felt like I had a heavy weekend where I ate food that I shouldn't have, so I'm trying to like debloat a little bit. So
Right.
then I'm just gonna go lower. But like if I'm hungry, like I'm gonna fucking eat something. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
hunger, I just feel like yeah, I don't know. But I also work out a lot, so that's why I feel like I can eat if I'm like really hungry. But
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to eat. It's because when you or at least when I would limit myself too much, it's when I would give up and go do something else. But I I'm not doing low carb because I've tried it before and I kind of go a little bit crazy. But I am definitely lower carb because I'm I have pasta maybe twice a month where it used to be like at least 2 times a week
yeah.
before. Um, so the pasta's almost gone, and occasionally I'll have sandwiches. Like I had an egg sandwich the other night, but one of my because I only weigh in once a week. How often do you weigh in?
I do once a week, but I will step on the scale
Oh,
multiple times a week for
oh
sure.
yeah. Of course, I'll check to see. Okay, so I weigh in on Tuesdays,
Mhm,
and I am pretty good about not weighing in until maybe Saturday. I just want to see where I'm at.
mhm,
Um, but then I'll step on it throughout the next few days. But for example, like this week has not. I've been pretty good on my calories, but like my mom, I'm staying with my mom right now, and I went to pick up some dinner, and they had an extra small cheese pizza, and it was small, not even a medium or large. I haven't had pizza since New Year's Eve, so I had it 2 nights in a row. I had half of each. I had half and half, so 510 and 520 and 520. I know exactly how many calories on everything now.
yeah.
Um, but I had that twice this week, and then my mom and I said this on another earlier one. Both of my parents have been very supportive, but both of them have like sort of slipped up. Like my dad, when I was with him, I told him what my favorite candy bars were, and he just saw them and got them, and I actually made him put them in a different room because he was just trying to. He was like, "Oh, you like these," but then he realized. And then yesterday, my mom got her second vaccine shot and was picking up lunch for herself and just got me a steak quesadilla, which I love. I ever since leaving LA, that's what I really missed a lot is the Mexican food.
Yeah.
And I had it, and I still stayed close to my calories, but I was higher. I try to be between 14 and 16 every day, and I was a little bit. I was like 16:30 yesterday. So
Yeah.
normally, what I do is like Saturday through Monday, I'll get lighter and lighter, but I'm gonna start tonight the lighter just to make sure I lose weight. This because I've been every week I've lost a little bit of weight. I haven't hit a plateau yet, and I don't want to start. But on Mondays I have a go-to pre-weigh-in meal, and I have 2 cans of tuna with like I put light mayo, but I don't put it on bread for a sandwich. I eat it with baked chips. So there's still
Okay.
carbs, but like I'm cutting out the bread just because I don't want the calories for it.
Yeah.
So I'm like
Yeah.
sort of I'm in the middle. I can't do no carbs because then I'll have a freak out and eat a bag of croissants. But um,
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. What do you ever look back? Like when I said croissant, I had a flashback. Before I did podcasting, I was working in post production, and there was a Ralph's right next to my office, and I would stop almost every morning and get 2 croissants and a Gatorade, and that'd be my breakfast, like on like a daily basis. And then of
Hmm.
course I get Mexican food for lunch, and then fast food for like I was probably eating 3 to 4 thousand calories a day. Like, do you ever look back at what you used to eat and be like, wow, like it's no wonder I got to as big as I got.
Yeah. Like I calculated it and it was like 7,000, 9,000 calories a day. It was crazy.
Wow. So what
And I
was
never even knew, I had no idea that like what a calorie is or what's in a cal. Like I didn't freaking know at all.
right? So that's actually an interesting question, and I'll tell you after or I could go first, whichever one you prefer. But like take me through like an average day before and an average day now.
Oh, okay. So I would go get a coffee at my grocery store that has like a cafe. So I'd get a coffee. It was like an iced vanilla Americano or something.
Okay.
And then I would get a
A
breakfast
large?
burrito. Just a regular, like a 16 ounce.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'd get a breakfast burrito and eat it on my drive into work. And then sometimes if I like really wanted it, I would stop and get a McGriddle or something from
Oh yeah, I
McDonald's.
love McGriddle. Did you put a hash brown inside too, or just a McGriddle?
For sure. No, yeah,
Okay.
half brown inside. And then I work in production and they had a huge kitchen with snacks and all this
Always.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I would go inside, I'd get a bagel and with cream cheese. I wouldn't even toast it because I didn't want people to see me eat the bagel.
Oh yeah.
Toast. So I just ate the bagel, put cream cheese on it. And then if they had a donut, I'd get a donut. And they had pepperoni sticks there, and I would eat like 6 a day. And I would destroy the kitchen.
Right.
And then they'd order us lunch. So for lunch, I'd get like burger and fries or something. And then I'd eat more pepperoni sticks, whatever snacks I wanted, literally whatever I wanted. And then I would do Mike's. I'd go to Burt's and host. And then after Burt's, I'd go to like a Burger King and I'd order a sandwich, fries, probably something extra, and like a big drink. And then I'd come home.
Okay. So and what are you eating? What's the day look like now?
So now I start eating at 10 a.m. and I usually eat like eggs and like turkey bacon, eggs, spinach, turkey bacon. And then for lunch, I'll do like, I have a lot of like cauliflower rice stuff, like frozen cauliflower rice. So I'll do that with like chicken. And then for dinner, usually I'm liking salmon. I'll do half a salmon fillet with Brussels sprouts or something. So
Okay.
very different. And then there's these Clio bars. You would love these. So they're Clio
Okay.
bars.
How do you
They're
spell it?
like
CLEO or IO?
CLIO.
Okay.
And it's a Greek yogurt bar, chocolate with chocolate, but it's like 170 calories. Sometimes you can get the less sugar ones for 100. They have all different flavors. And it's like 10 grams of protein or something. It's just is like it tastes like a cheesecake, and it's the perfect sweet treat to just cap the day off.
Okay. And then I guess just to get the opposite of that, what was like your favorite dessert sweet treat when you were eating whatever you wanted?
Oh, damn. Probably Tres Leches cake is my favorite cake at
Oh,
Porto's.
the one with the whipped cream on top?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. We should have. Like, it's almost like a sin that we didn't go out, not like romantic, but just to eat. Like when I was there, because that my ex, her mom, that was her birthday cake every year, and we were together for almost 5 years. And for those of you who don't know, Porto's was named like best restaurant in the country, and they have this, and it's so like everything in LA is so expensive, but that cake was so reasonable. It's like $17 or something for like a massive cake, and it was one of the best cakes in the world. Okay, so mine, I'll start. I wouldn't normally get breakfast, but if I would, I'll just because I was a McDonald's breakfast guy too. It's expensive though, surprisingly.
It is.
But so let's just assume I was having 3 meals. It'd be usually two breakfast sandwiches and at least 3 hash browns, because each breakfast sandwich has to have their own hash brown, and then I need a hash brown on the side. And I would get a Diet Coke. That was one, and I know that's not great, but that was my one saving. I would have been 100 pounds bigger. I just didn't drink regular soda.
Yeah, I'm a Diet Coke person too.
Oh, I love it. So then for lunch, it would be, let's go LA Mexican food. I'd get a carne asada California burrito with sour cream and guacamole. It comes with a bag of chips. And then I would also probably get 1 or maybe 2, but usually 1 because that was my health. 1 chorizo taco.
Yeah.
2. And then dinner, probably back, because it wasn't always, but let's just go back to fast food because it was the majority of what I ate. I'd go to Wendy's, especially going from Burt's. I would go to that Wendy's on Sunset. And I would get, and it got worse as time went on, but I would get the Asiago spicy chicken sandwich, which has cheese and bacon on a fried chicken sandwich, and I would get mayo instead of ranch. I remember my whole order. I'd get a large fry. At the end, I had a couple times gotten an extra small fry too, but I would let's just assume I was being healthy and get only one large fry, and then I would get either two junior bacon cheeseburgers, or at the end they're called double stacks, which are like bigger junior bacon cheeseburgers.
Uh-huh.
And then sometimes when I was really sad, when I was depressed, I would go to the fourth wall in North Hollywood because it was attached to a 7-Eleven, and I would
Yeah.
every night would either get a pint of ice cream, or I had a. This is how I knew towards the end when I was getting really big is I would do usually two chocolate candy bars and one bag of gummy. And
Wait, what's your favorite candy bar?
I'm a Reese's man. I Reese's sticks are my usual favorite, but I
Mm.
also will work in a fast break. I'll work in a Twix, um, Snickers occasionally, but the sticks were my favorite, and I would justify. That's when I'd get two because they come in packs of four, but they're so like each stick is like a bite. Maybe if I'm really slowing down, it'd be 3 bites, but it's usually 2 bites a stick. And I also, and I'm not blaming the edibles because um, I had no willpower regardless.
Yeah.
But especially with edibles, it was just a nonstop machine. Like, did you ever get into that, or you were doing it with no enhancing drugs? You were just doing it
Oh, I was
sober.
doing it completely sober, but if I do smoke weed, that's all I do is want to eat. And it almost is embarrassing. It's like, I don't want to smoke weed with my friends and then just like literally can't stop shoving food in my face. Like it was more embarrassing. So I'm like, I can't even smoke weed like in
Yeah,
front of you. There's no
no,
way.
I do it maybe once or twice a month now, and not even. I haven't done it for probably at least a month, just because I just can't stop myself. So now
Yeah.
I'm on a weird plan now where I have one meal a day, just
Oh, the
because.
OMAD thing.
Yeah, and I do it only because I get to have a more normal meal as opposed to like three smaller ones.
Hmm.
Because if I'm having like three, 400 to 500 calorie meals, I just feel hungry all the time, anyways. And now I'm just hungry during the day, but like at night when I would snack the most, I feel semi normal.
Yeah.
So like for a normal meal is I'll get like a pound of chicken breast. I'll put like salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes on. I get real spicy. I'll have a big salad and I don't put a lot in it. I just I have those bags of salad, and then I
Hmm.
put either a half or a whole cucumber in it. I'll put, I have baby carrots on the side usually. I'll either put croutons, or I also found like these, you might know, they call them chow mein noodles. Like they're like crunchy Chinese noodles or something.
Oh, the best.
I used to dip them in duck sauce, but now I found them and I put them in my salad because there's more crunch for less calorie. Because
Yeah.
croutons, you get like two or three of them, or four, maybe four in a whole salad. Now I have it throughout,
Yeah.
and I'll do either light Italian dressing or Greek salad dressing, um, and then I'll have my go-to veggie mixture is sautéed green beans and mushrooms with garlic. I have that almost every night, and I'll I usually either do brown rice or like the other night when I did the egg sandwiches, I have bags of baked chips or Smart Food popcorn that are 100
Mhm.
calories each. So,
How
and
do you
then
keep that in your house and not eat them all?
that it's tough. One time I woke up at 3 in the morning, and because it was even like I'm in my parents' spare bedrooms, so I literally had the box at the foot of my bed. And one time at 3 in the morning, I woke up and I had an 80 calorie bag of Smart Food. But I've actually, I mean, I don't know if it's the same for you, but um, I find myself like it's hard for me to start a diet, but now that I'm in it,
Hmm.
I don't, it's not shame, but like I like seeing, I get addicted to the number going down.
Yeah.
So I haven't cheated that much. I've had a couple like this week with the pizza, but again, it was a small pizza and I split it over 2 days before. I said this once, and if you haven't listened, I'm not going to be that mad at you. But I in Boston before I moved to LA, I had a place that I get a chicken sandwich from a lot
Hmm.
delivered, and they had a thing that if you ordered a certain amount, you got a free small cheese pizza.
Oh.
And I did that so much that they called me once and told me I had to order more or they wouldn't deliver to me anymore.
Oh my
I
God.
literally got banned from a place. So I used to have a small cheese pizza as like an appetizer. I even had a joke about that. That my friends would call me when they were cheating to like make themselves feel better, and like they'd be like, "Oh, I'm eating fat today," and someone said they ordered a small pizza, and I had a joke that like that's the wrong order, like that's an appetizer, a small cheese pizza. But now I literally split it into 2 days, but I've it's not that I think about food a lot, and I don't know if it's the same for you or not. Maybe some people think I'm torturing myself, but my Instagram like explore where it knows what you want to see.
All food.
It's food, sports, comedy, and girls, but it's like 80% food, and it's
And
just
girls,
yeah,
yeah, mine's all food. It's all food, and I'll just look at restaurants and like their menus, and like
yep.
they're like, stop looking at that. I'm like, I can't help it. It's just like looks so good. I was like, you
It,
guys should eat here.
yeah. I don't. To me, I don't know. To me, I think it helps. To me, like it scratches that itch a little bit, and like that's why I kind of like what I'm doing, because the only part, oh, I didn't say this, the only part that I feel like I'm holding back on is dessert. So what I do for dessert a lot is Outshine no sugar added popsicles. They're 25 calories and they're pretty
Oh,
good.
really?
Yeah, they're really good. And they taste like exactly the same as the sugar added ones, which I think are like 80 calories. So, and then caramel rice cakes. Caramel rice cakes are 50 calories each, and then even if I eat a whole pack of 6 of them, that's only 300 calories. That's not even
Yeah.
half a candy bar. So those are my like sweet like dessert things. But the honestly, I could go to Mexican food. I eventually could go to fast food again. But let me ask you, I know when I was a kid, fast food was always delicious, and then I've noticed in the past few years, like half the time, like it just wouldn't be good. Like the fries would be bad, the bun would be what's the word, stale. Like
I
I
did
think
not notice that.
no, you okay? You
I was
were
like,
always happy with it.
yeah,
Okay.
if the fries were cold, I'd still eat it. I didn't
Oh no,
care.
I'm not. It never went to waste. I don't want to lie to you. It it got eaten. I'm not a waster, but I wasn't happy about it. The only thing that sometimes would get thrown away was, it sounds terrible being in LA, but Taco Bell actually is better there than it is in other parts of the country. But sometimes if you went too late, Taco Bell would be like disgusting.
I mean,
And
yeah, I think that's believable. I
yeah,
never really went to Taco Bell. I was more of like a burger gal. But what's funny is I was never like a sweet tooth person. I was way like savory, like fries, whatever. But now that I've started like losing weight, I am like sweet tooth. I'm a sweet tooth person. And I just think it's because I do like, I don't know, maybe low carbs or something. But so what I do is I've become like a donut connoisseur. Like if I'm having like a cheat meal, I go to like a different donut shop and I test out the
oh,
donuts, and that will be like, I like save it up. Like I had Sidecar Donuts in LA.
I feel like I've heard of them. Did they sponsor Sam Tripoli's show? Are they like are they like a donut truck?
No, I don't think so. But they're like a bougie donut shop where it's like $4 or $5 per donut.
Oh wow.
And they have seasonal flavors and stuff. And I told like 3 of my friends, was like, okay, in 3 weeks from now on this day, we're gonna go to the gym and then we're driving to go get donuts. But you can only get a donut if you go to the gym and you go drive, because it's on the west side. And
Okay.
that day, one of the girls got broken up with, and
Oh,
my friend was comforting her. And I'm like, you guys don't get a donut then. They're like, Caitlin, I just broke up with someone. Like they broke up with me. Can you just go get me a donut? And I was like, no, I'm so sorry, but you didn't go to the gym and you didn't drive to the donut shop. Like I'm serious business about a cheat meal. It's like,
yeah.
you gotta earn it.
No. Yeah. I mean, yeah. What? You're broken up with? Your legs don't work? Get in the car. Come with me
Yeah.
to
Get
the.
to the gym. Let's get over it. We gotta eat some donuts. Like, yeah. So I had all the donuts myself. I was like,
Oh,
you suck.
I love donut. that's one thing I can't really have because I'll go crazy. But I don't know if you noticed this. I think the world's out to get me because as soon as I get on a diet, Krispy Kreme literally just came out with an Oreo Krispy Kreme.
Like
Like
donut?
yes, like a chocolate donut, Oreo filling, cream inside, and then they also have one with like a big Oreo on top of the donut.
Oh
So
wow.
I so all my favorite thing like McDonald's came out with a spicy chicken sandwich. It like I honestly feel like the world knows I'm on a diet sometimes, and they want to see if I'm really committed because there's nothing I
Yeah.
want to do. I literally live 4 minutes from a McDonald's right now, and I can't leave the house because if I do, I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, but it is nice when you do like eat that stuff. If you have a break and you eat it, it doesn't make you feel good, and it like makes you feel like you don't regret eating it, but you're just like, oh my god, like I feel like shit. So it kind of entices you to remember the next time you're feeling weak and you want something that it's like you don't feel good and it's not worth it, and I'd rather eat more of something else. Like now I don't think fast food would be my go-to. It's like I want to go to a restaurant where they're making like, bomb stuff and,
Like
do
Stout
the
Burger,
thing
I don't know if
there.
that still exists. I don't know if you ever went there.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
there. Stout
yeah,
Burger.
yeah. You gotta be okay. So, it's April right now. Do you have uh, and I know stuff could change or whatever, but do you have a date in mind where you think you're gonna get to your goal?
I think January 2022 is when I'll hopefully be like 175 or something. I don't know, but I do find that like mini goals, like having like you have a big goal and then you have like mini goals to hit, like really help me. And
Yeah,
that's like a trend with everybody who like is like all I do is watch fatties online try to lose weight. Like I
yeah.
just like watching fatties all day long, and they always say like mini goal, having little goals. And so I definitely want to be. I'm trying to think. I want to be like 215 by the time August comes around, and then by Christmas time, I feel like I'll be in the 100. So that would be nice.
Okay. So how about this? We'll keep in touch. Please send me some of your before pictures if you don't mind. I would love to put them in this video. If you're not comfortable, I won't. But if you are, that would be awesome. And also maybe we'll keep in touch. But whenever around August or whenever you get to your next goal, I would love to have you come back on again.
Yeah, that'd be great. Watch I just gain it all back. And then I come on and like the tales of someone who lost weight and gained it back.
Well, it's actually in about 30 minutes. I have another one, and it's someone who had it's a lady, and maybe I'll put you guys together. I'll do a lady episode. I know that's sometimes comics hate that, but uh, she lost I think over 100 pounds, maybe even more than that. She had the sleeve surgery,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think she might have lost 150. Um, and then she had a kid, and through that process has gained like 50 pounds back. And she
Yeah.
was she was even about even before we had spoke. She's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know if you're gonna want to talk to me." And it happens. Like
Yeah.
I hope you don't gain the weight back just because it's been you have an amazing progress so far. But even if you do, hopefully you'll be able to jump back on and get right back on the horse. So
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for you because you're almost gonna get 100 pounds like pretty soon in a couple months.
hopefully I'm hoping. So it's April 9th today, my birthday. And I do accept gifts, Ruby. My
Isn't
birth
it July or something you
Yeah,
said?
July 20th. My birthday is July 20th, and so I have 35 pounds to lose between now and then, and I think I can do it. Right now, it seems like I'm averaging about 15 pounds a month, and
Okay.
I know that will slow down as I get smaller,
Mm-hmm.
but I have, let's see, April to May, May to June. I have about 3 months left, so I should hit it. Um, that unless I mess up, I should get close to it at least. So my next goal is July 20th, and then hopefully within a month of that, we'll be talking, and you'll be down. I guess about the same. You want to be in August. You want it to be 215, so it's about 35, 40 pounds down from where you
Yeah.
are now. Now I kind of want to get in a race with you. I gotta lose. You gotta have a couple of cheat days, and then I can lose 10 more pounds, and then we can be in the same or I guess
Yeah.
20 pounds. Okay.
That'd
Yeah.
be so awesome if we were both like 215 by the time we
Oh, I don't think I'll be 215, but when I come out to LA to do my shoot, I'll have you come by and we'll do a duo shoot, because that would be. This is awesome. I'm so happy
Yeah.
for you. Where can people find you?
It's Bach It To Me because my last name is Bachmeyer. So Bach It To Me.
BOCK.
BOCKIT, the number 2, me. It's very,
Okay.
and it's very, yeah. I don't know if that marketing was good, but I love it.
It works. Hey, and it's on Instagram and Twitter.
I don't have a Twitter. I'm only on the Insta. I
Oh,
know.
okay, only on Insta. And do you have a website?
No, I don't, Lee. You sound like my
Okay.
dad.
I'm sorry. Well, you are a very funny comedian in the LA area. You're still in LA, right?
I'm still in LA. I was just at Fourth Wall last night in the 7-Eleven parking lot.
Oh well, give Eric Rocha and Joe Menente a hug for me. But please, I would assume you post your shows on your Instagram whenever you're gonna be.
I do.
Okay, so give Bach It To Me a follow, and if do you want any male listeners to start sliding in the DMs, or are you not ready for that yet?
Yeah, let's slide in the DMs. If you're listening, you're looking, and you're liking, let's do it. Why
slide
not?
but be respectful. Be respectful.
Yeah.
She
not. It could be fun. Who cares?
Oh, you're opening. Oh, well, R.I.P. to your DMs then, because you're gonna have plenty of awful messages. But
We'll see. I'll screenshot them to you.
Thank you so much to Ruby for coming on, for reaching out. Again, if you would like to be a call-in guest to this podcast, email me, wastelinepodcast@gmail.com, and we'll do one. We'll do a Zoom. Whether you're losing weight, lost weight, gain weight back, it doesn't matter. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. And I'm so happy that I talked to Ruby. Wonderful person, very inspiring, hard worker. And she's not where she wants to be yet, but she looks and feels, I would imagine, better than she has in years. And I'm just so happy for her. So thank you, Ruby, so much for reaching out. And I know we were. You have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that with comedians, when she said at the end, you don't always have to be nice in the DMs with her. We like to joke around. We like to have fun. Don't be a jerk, okay? Don't be a butthead. Be nice. If you want to take her on a date in LA, treat her nice. Take her to the hikes. There's hikes in LA. There's healthy restaurants. Don't take her to Winchell's. That's not nice. Take her to probably not dessert. Dessert might be off the table. But hit up Ruby, Bach It To Me, BOCKIT, the number 2 and the word me on Instagram. Thank you, Ruby, for coming on. Thank you for listening and watching. Don't forget, we have a YouTube channel to this podcast, the Wasteline Podcast. This podcast which was brought to you by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com and use code word SYATT, SYATT, for 20% off and free shipping. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Every Tuesday, I'll be here until there's not one heavy person left on this earth. So that means I'm going to be here for a while. But congratulations to you. I hope all of you are doing well with your weight loss goals. And thank you to Ruby and everyone who I've talked to already. Next week, I believe, will be the dietitian, which is a very informative, exciting, fun episode. But there are more listener call-ins coming. Guests, two guests who are on The Biggest Loser I've recorded with. And I have more coming. So don't forget, tell a friend, every Tuesday, the Wasteline Podcast with me, Lee Syatt, and you, the listener. Thank you so much. Have a great week, and I love you.